Are we ready, everybody?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Getting It Right, the Antiques game show where it's pretty easy to get it wrong, but nobody cares because we can all play along. And crucially, you at home can play along too. So keep a record of your scores and let us know in the comment section how well you do. And if you beat today's contestants, take a look at them. It's not going to be difficult, is it? Sorry, Sue. I'll come back to you in a minute. Keep watching because there's a specific question just for you, wherever you're watching this in the world. I'm going to ask you towards the end of the show a very simple question based on one of the fine antiques we're about to feature in the show. Get it right and you could be winning. Oh yes, you know what it is. It's a Getting It Right signed mug. David Elstob, me and our contestants will sign it and we'll post it anywhere in the world to the lucky winner, whether you want it or not. It's coming your way. You'll also get one of my books signed. And this, by the way, is the only one on the planet, David.
Yes. Yeah.
Seriously?
Sacred.
You can't buy these things for love nor money. No. Some people say they wouldn't want to buy them anyway, but that's not the point. It's a memento. The rules are very simple. I'll explain them as we go. But first of all, let's meet today's contestants. Not yet. Getting it right, getting it right.
Getting it right, getting it right, getting it right, getting it right, getting it wrong.
And Susan, tell us about you.
Hi, my name's Sue. I'm 69. I'm retired. I live in Ripon, and I know very little about antiques. So,
You're on the right show.
So that's what I was thinking. That's the show to come on.
And star sign?
Star sign, Capricorn.
Okay, and what do you do for a living?
Retired.
Oh, you are retired?
I am retired.
Oh, okay. What do you do for fun then?
Fun. I come on antique shows.
Oh. Have you been on any other antique
No.
shows? Oh, well, you're on the best one.
Absolutely.
Good.
Start with the best.
Okay, and do you have a house full of antiques?
No, I have a few jugs. I like. Oh, do we like?
Don't we all? Yeah.
A nice
She
pair of-
cried.
I'm pleased we booked her, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, listen, already you're coming back. Right.
I've got a disadvantage.
Anything else?
No, I've got less than I used to have because I downsized to move to Ripon to be
Right.
close to my daughters, and one of them has a lovely old Victorian house, so she took some of my old chairs and things that I'd picked up.
Well, that was
along
very
the
good of
way,
her, wasn't it?
Because my house is now too small.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, and how do you think you're going to do on getting it right?
Absolutely brilliant.
That's what we want to hear. Confidence. Don't worry, that'll all be gone. Yeah, okay. And contestant number 2. Now, I don't know about you, David. I recognise this character.
Yes.
This is Vincent. Tell us about you, Vincent.
Hello, David. My name's Vincent Page. I own and run Antiques on High, which we've got 3 stores. One in Oxford High Street, one in Sidmouth in Devon, and one in Bonus on Windermere, which isn't too far from here.
Now, you're back, but without Leslie, your partner. Is Susan your new partner?
No, I think Leslie's still sulking because she lost the last time.
She did.
She did,
She
yes.
did.
Yes.
Is she in the... She's there.
There she is, yeah.
She's in the audience. Okay, I'm sure she's wishing you loads of luck. Remind us of your star sign.
Leo.
Leo. Okay. Is it a good combination? Do you know much about star signs?
I'm a Leo.
My
You were
ex-
Leo.
My ex-husband was a Leo.
Your ex was a
Oh,
Leo.
no, he wasn't.
No wonder he's an ex. Didn't take any interest in him whatsoever. What was he then?
He was a Taurus.
A Taurus. So who's Leo? Is your
It's my
boyfriend?
grandma.
Oh, your grandma. Oh,
It's worse.
we don't have twos on David, honestly. Right. Okay, shall we play Getting It Right?
Getting it right, getting it right, getting it right, getting it right, getting it wrong.
Right, here we go. Round 1. Can we have our glamorous assistant? This is Wendy. Come on in, Wendy. She'll probably fall over. Oh, and if you can pass this, please, to Sue. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, Sue, this is basically your round because Vincent can't say a word. He can look with his eyes, he can't touch with his hands, and he can't say anything. But what we want to know, Sue, is what you think of this object. I want you to speak as you think. Tell us all about it. In your own time.
Well, it's very lightweight. It's gilt. It's got a lot of decoration around the edges. It has cherubim type faces. It looks like a kind of a church chalice kind of an item. It does actually have
Yeah, don't break it.
screw in pieces. It's not solid, and it does have some markings on the side.
Show us them. Point them to me.
It looks like a ladder and a spear
Okay,
and
tell me.
some balls on a stick.
Okay, sounds an interesting object, doesn't it?
Balls and drugs.
When was it made?
It was made, I'd say, late 1800.
Late 1800s. What is it made from?
It's very lightweight, so it's only a gilded, a gilt.
So what kind of metal is it?
Just tin plate.
Tin plate. Okay, there we go. And it's a churchy object, 1800s, and it's made from tin,
Yeah.
and it's gilded. Okay, well done you. Are you making some notes?
I didn't have to make many.
She's doing well. Okay, over now to Vincent. Vincent, grab hold of that and tell us, did Sue get anything right there? What are your thoughts?
It is very light, I must admit. It's almost, it just feels a bit
Tinny.
tin, yeah, it is tin. I mean, I would agree, it does look like something ecclesiastical, but I'm not so sure it is, to be honest with you.
Show it to me, nice, and that's it. Okay, so what's it made from then? Do you agree?
Yeah, I would say tin. It's very,
And how, is it gilded?
just looks like plate to me.
Let's have a look at the base. Okay, so it's gold plated effectively. How old is it, Vincent?
I don't think it's that old at all. There's a fairly modern looking clasp right in the middle, holding the base in.
Okay, so give us a date. Yeah, you don't need to dismantle it.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
You're looking worried. Go on. Give us a date.
1920, 1930.
Okay, hold that thought. David, let's come to you.
I'm almost speechless.
That's very unlike you, isn't it? Go on, tell us why.
Sue was right when she said it's a chalice. And
Yeah.
It is gilt. It's German, comes from Augsburg. Dates to around 1690, 1695. It is silver gilt, it is not tin.
So it's solid silver,
Yeah.
gilded, gold gilded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silver.
Okay.
Very late 17th century.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
1690s, William and Mary on the throne, the Glorious Revolution. I mean,
Fabulous
that
thing.
incredible. And see, now they're loving it. Now they're going, oh yeah, we agree with that.
It's
Yeah.
basically being described as an IKEA tin, you know.
If you're interested in appearing on Getting It Right and you have any knowledge in antiques, please do apply.
We really need some new contestants.
Mind you, David, don't worry, they're making us look brilliant. Yeah. Okay, so awards and points based on what you've heard, David.
Vincent, I can't award you any.
No points.
If there was one there, I'd take it away.
Yeah.
You can give him -1, we can do
No,
what we like.
He's not going to get any anyway.
Okay.
So. Sue, I've given 2 points to because she got chalice and she said gilt.
Okay, 2 points. Sue, can I just say, I think you've done remarkably well. Give her a round of applause. 2 points.
2 points.
Unbelievable. Okay, you can claw back some points here, guys. I want you to take hold of one of your cards.
Yes.
Let's move that chalice away.
This could be interesting.
This would be very interesting. And I want you to write down what you think the chalice is worth. One figure. Write the figure down, Sue. Are you ready?
No.
Why are you putting your telephone number and showing it to Vincent? What kind of show is this?
In case he wins a big prize at the end.
You're on the wrong show for big
Not with these
prizes.
prices, I'm not.
Okay, hold your cards up like so. No, well, all right. No. I try and get these format points, right, to promote the show. They never listen to me. Okay, right. Turn your card over, Sue.
Start again.
Turn over. What,
Oh, look at that. How weird's that?
I know.
How weird is
hold your
that?
cards up in the air.
Wheels are coming off.
They came off a long time ago. Right, Sue, turn your card around. How much is it worth?
1,500.
Vincent. How much? 1,500?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty good. We actually sold this a few weeks ago,
Okay.
and our auction estimate was 1,500 to 2,000, and it made £1,900.
Wow.
So-
Okay, so they've done pretty well.
Yeah, we
have
were
a point
both
each,
in
I
a
think.
1
ballpark
point
figure
each.
there,
Okay,
weren't
1
we?
point each. Well done. Round of applause. Well done. 1 point each. Okay, here we go. After round 1, we have Sue on 3 points, and we have Vincent on 1. Come back for round 2.
Getting it right, getting it right, getting it right, getting it right, getting it right.
Right, welcome back. This is round 2. So far, they're doing dreadfully. Let's see if they can improve. Glamorous assistant, please enter. Here we are, and give this one, please, Wendy, to Vincent. Right, Vincent. Now remember, Sue, you cannot get involved in this one just yet, because Vincent is going to tell us everything he thinks he knows about this piece. Where was it made, when, and by whom?
Oh dear. I keep getting given all the wrong things. Well, it's Oriental.
Oriental.
I'd say it's transfer printed.
Why would you say it's transfer printed? Let me have a look at it, Vince. Why would you say that?
Looks very uniform.
When was it made? Take your time, Vince. We've got till Tuesday.
1850.
1850. So it's Chinese. Did you say that?
Yeah.
Or am I giving him some help?
No, I said it was Oriental.
Okay. Chinese, 1850. It's
Yeah.
transfer printed. And what is it?
It's a vase.
It's a vase. Hold that thought. David, are you making notes?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Over to Sue. Have a grab at that then, Sue. Tell us what you think. Did Vincent get anything right there? What are your thoughts?
Well, I was of the same thought that it was Chinese, as opposed to just general Oriental. The colours are beautiful. It's got that lovely bluey white kind of the porcelain look to it.
Now, what about the base? What does the base tell us? Let's have a look at that. Show it to me.
It doesn't tell me much because it's
Chinese.
in Chinese. So apart from that,
Well, it would if you're an antiques expert. Okay.
I'd
When was it made?
I'd hazard a guess at 1910.
1910. Okay, thank you very much. Hold that thought where you are. So, David, I think they're both in agreement. They say it's a vase. Chinese, 1850,
I'm not
1910.
giving any points for a vase.
I'm trying to help them here. Okay, talk us through Vincent's description.
Okay. With a bit of help from you, he managed to say it was Chinese.
I know, did I give him
Yes,
that?
definitely. And he said it was a vase.
Right.
It's not transfer printed,
Deduct a point for
Yes.
that, no doubt about it.
and it's earlier than what you said it was.
Okay, what date is it?
It's a difficult thing to date, really.
Well, haven't you read the
That's a
base?
point in my favour,
He's meant to be
surely.
an antiques expert.
With Chinese porcelain, you look at the actual object first before you look at the marks. You see how it is, what the glaze is like. So, in my opinion, that's probably late 19th century.
Late 19th century.
Late
Okay,
19th
so who was closer on the date?
Sue was.
Sue.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were sort of in the same sort of ballpark, so award some points, please.
I've given Vincent 1 and Sue 2.
Vincent 1 and Sue 2. Okay,
I'm
so
losing again. This This is outrageous.
It's Ladies' Day.
So, okay, we've got Vincent on 2, and that means we've got Sue on 5. Chance for you to claw back some points here. Vincent, you're going to need
I need
these.
some big claws.
Right, pick up your cards and your pens. You know what the question is. Tell us how you're doing at home. Put your comments in the sections down below. What is that vase worth? One figure. This will be interesting. Are you ready? Right, you hold your cards up like that to promote the show. Do you think they get with this yet? Oh, well done. Okay. He's not coming back. Right, ladies first. Sue, how much is it worth? £400. The audience shouted rubbish. Vincent.
800.
£800. Over to you, David.
Vincent's closer,
Right.
but by quite a long way.
Okay. go on.
It's a long way away. We sold that vase about a month ago,
Yeah.
and it made £6,000.
Whoa.
Don't drop it.
£6,000. Wow. Okay, brilliant. So do we say that Vincent gets 1 point? Okay, so now currently we're on 3 points for Vincent. And did Sue get a point? No, she didn't. And we're on 5 points for Sue. Come back for round 3.
Getting it right, getting it right, getting it right, getting it right, getting it wrong.
Brilliant. Thank you, Wendy. So is round 3 the history round?
Yes.
We've done 2 of them. I haven't had time to think about a history question, but I'll go. Okay, here we go. And round 3, you know what it is. It's history and tea time. So time for our contestants to grab a mug of tea, settle back, and let's do a cheers. Oh, how very civilised. Because we know, don't we, that antiques and history, well, they are inextricably linked. If you study antiques, you learn about history. If you study history, you learn something about ourselves. And history repeats itself time and time again. So I'm going to now talk about cosmetic surgery. Work with me on this one, David. You know, teeth. I mean, let's have a look at your teeth. Give us a smile. You can see that they've had no cosmetic surgery when it comes to teeth. Right. And you think of cosmetic surgery when it comes to teeth as a modern phenomenon, but it isn't. We've been practicing cosmetic surgery on teeth for centuries, and in fact, there was a very special time in history, particularly British history, where teeth from a particular battlefield, and that battle is the Battle of Waterloo, were very popular because back in those days, in the Georgian period, you could indeed have a human tooth transplant, and they were popular because a lot of people had very bad teeth. Dentists, well, they weren't popular because dentists were often horse doctors posing as dentists. You could be a dentist in those days, we all could be. There was no qualifications, you just charge your money and you rip the teeth out. Barely any pain relief. However, if you needed a tooth transplant, you could have a porcelain one, a wooden one, an ivory one, a gold one, a silver one, but the ultimate was a human tooth. But what you didn't want was a dodgy human tooth, one with disease, because if you put a diseased human tooth in your mouth, the chances are you would catch the disease. And there were tooth dealers who would promise you a tooth from a healthy person, either bought from a poor person, literally ripped out of their face and sold to you, or from a dead body. The body snatchers, they were very popular. It's a great job in those days, David. Good money, more money than we made. Anyway, it's very good. The worry was getting a diseased tooth. So on came the market, the Waterloo Tooth. So the Battle of Waterloo. Hundreds and thousands of men died at the Battle of Waterloo. The great thing about this is when those men died, up until the point of death, they were young, fit and healthy. So pretty well guaranteed to have very good teeth. So after the battle, people poured onto the battlefield and they took the teeth. And they sold the teeth to dealers as Waterloo teeth, guaranteed to be healthy. So it's a very good move in those days to buy a Waterloo tooth. However, it is a fact proven, get this and think about it for a moment, there were more Waterloo teeth sold in this particular period than were ever taken from the battlefield. In other words, there was an awful lot of dodgy Waterloo teeth. So, there's a little history tale for you. Here comes the question. Tea down, cards and pens at the ready. Tell me how you do with this one. Put your answers, your comments in the comment section. My question to you is this. The Battle of Waterloo was effectively the final major battle during the Napoleonic Wars. It's when Napoleon was taken. The question is this. In what year was the Battle of Waterloo? Write your answers down and then hold your cards in the air. The audience is whispering amongst themselves.
Not loud enough, sadly.
The Battle of Waterloo. Do you know this one? No.
Should do. But
David, just say yes, because I'm
Yes,
not going to
course-
ask you the question.
course I do, yes.
Yeah,
I'm not giving
he
it away.
knows it.
I don't
Right.
know if I'm in the right century.
Okay. Okay, are you ready? Are you
Yeah,
ready?
go on.
Hold your cards in the air. Sue, what is the answer? Turn it round.
42.
1842. That's okay. Vincent, what is the answer? What's that?
wait.
1850. Okay, well, I can tell you, I'm going to give a point to the closest.
Yes.
I can tell you that, Sue, you are the closest. The Battle of Waterloo, 1815.
Wow.
Vincent, you're doing ever so well. Give him a round of applause. I'll give Sue a round of applause. Now, I heard the audience. I think a lot of you knew that, didn't you? Yeah, they did. Look, they're looking terribly smug. Okay, so 1 point to you, Sue.
Oh, we're very close though, very close.
Okay, so currently then we have Sue on 6 points and we have Vincent doing rather badly on 3 points. Give him a round of applause. Okay, come back for round 4.
Getting it right, getting it right, getting it right, getting it right, getting it right.
And welcome back. This is the final round. It's the David Elstop I'm an Antiques expert round, where David is going to show you something very special. Come on in, please, Glamorous Assistant. Here's Wendy. And if you could hand it to Vincent, please. Thank you very much. Now, guys, in this round, it is a joint round. So, Sue, grab hold of it, share it. You can,
Steady.
you can talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, I know what it is.
I want you to have a good examination, and David Elstop is going to tell you exactly what it is. Go for it, David.
So it's a Mouseman fruit ball by Robert Thompson of Kilburn, a very famous local carver, furniture maker, who died in 1955. Took inspiration from the arts and crafts movement. And the mouse signature came about. Supposedly one day he commented that he was as poor as a church mouse. That's quite an early example of fruit ball. I think it's probably the 1940s.
Let's turn it over.
The factory's still in production today, but I think that's quite an early ball as that.
So you think 1940s?
I think
David?
1940s.
Okay, lovely colour. And what about that shape? Is it? How did they get that kind of chiselled effect?
That was going to be my question.
Oh my God! Okay. I designed this show. I've just completely ruined it. But the good thing with this is we can just go with it.
Yeah.
I think the question is going to have to be value.
Yes, it's
Okay.
going to have to
hold
be
hold
now.
that thought. Tell us how did they get that shape?
That technique is called adzing.
That's it.
So they use a very old tool called an adze to basically chip away, take slices off, and it gives that kind of texture to the
It's a
surface.
lovely kind
It's
of-
like a honeycomb effect.
Yeah, it's like a medieval. I mean, it's medieval manufacturing,
It is,
effectively,
adzing
isn't
is,
it?
yeah.
Okay, sorry for ruining your expert moment
fine.
there. Okay, but here we go. Let's get rigged up. So you've got all the information. You know exactly what it is, who made it. What's the question?
What's it worth?
What's it worth? Well, do you know what we should do? Practice before we film this.
Yeah.
Right, write your answers down. Hello, Rosie. Write your answers down and tell me when you're ready. You ready, Sue?
Yep.
Okay, hold your cards in the air. That's it. And Sue, reveal your price.
380.
380. Vincent, £700.
Sue's good.
Sue's good. What's it worth?
400.
£400. Give Sue a round of applause there. Wipeout. Okay, well this isn't going to be much of a surprise, is it? Okay, right. So, do we give Vincent 0?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And we give Sue 1 point. So Sue is on 7 points. Vincent is on 3. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to announce that, Susan, you are today's winner. Round of applause. So listen, don't worry, because you're both going home with a getting it right.
Can I?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
But you do get something very special. You get one of my books, Romp with the Georgians, you get one of those each. And Susan, you're going to get a very special prize. David's going to give it to you in a moment. But hold that thought, because now it's the question for you at home. So this is where you get an opportunity to win, yes, the signed mug and one of my books. We're going to post it to you wherever you are in the world. Here's your question. Think back to the solid silver gilded chalice. This was something that really threw our contestants today. They thought it was tin plates, a serious bit of kit worth an awful lot of money. But my question to you is this. In which century was the chalice made? Put your answers in the comments down below and you may well be winning something very special indeed. And don't forget, if you fancy taking part in this, getting it right, you want to be here with David and I, then in the comments tell us why you'd be great and why you'd be better than Vincent. Please do.
Please do.
Thanks for
not
watching,
difficult.
everybody. But before we say goodbye, David, what is Susan going home with? Thank you, glamorous assistant. Come on in.
An 18th century Newhall saucer.
18th century English saucer. Going home, Sue, with you. How do you feel about that?
Delighted. Thank you. I would trade you if you want, because this is only wood. It's only
I
wood.
insist you take that.
Well, I think we've got a happy customer there, don't we? Yeah. Well, apart from Vincent. Thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time, bye-bye. Brilliant. Great. I think that was really nice.
I feel like the stooge.
Yeah, thank you.